Dora. Bado unajua tukiwa kwenye msimu wa siasa, kuna masuala mengi na waniaji mbalimbali wanaendelea kutoa hisia zao. Kwa hivi sasa nafahamishwa kwamba Reuben Kigame ambaye alikuwa ameonesha azma yake ya kuweza kutaka kuwania kiti cha urais anazungumza kwa sasa. Tuvuke moja kwa moja tupate kauli zake.
And I don't even appear in the list of those who are disqualified. What does that tell you? That Chebukati and his team treat me as a non-entity. They treat me as an accident. They treat persons with disability with disdain. And I'm here to tell you this. It will not happen. Because we will not be silenced. I will be here for the longest haul to represent persons living with disability, and they too have a right to run for office. I must also say that the process of IEBC taking us to this next election must not just be, a good process. It must be seen to be an acceptable process. And so we are here to communicate this, that as the voice of the people, we will not be silenced. We will continue to speak so that the citizens get a better government, the citizens get a better country, and that the things that our oppressors, the things that status quo has refused to do, we will be able to do if you give us a chance. So help us, God.
Once again, let me say thank you. I want to thank my good brothers here for the wonderful statements they have made. Kenya is at a crossroad, once again in our history. We are witnessing something that we have witnessed before. This was the time when black colonialism replaced white colonialism. And this climaxed at the period of the multi-party struggle in this country. We saw during that period where we had a foundation of a very good constitution. Laws were brought in that continually usurped the democratic nature and the inalienable rights of every Kenyan thereafter. In fact, during the Moi period, I believe there were 141 new laws that were brought to subject the people of this country to a dictatorship untold. In 2010, we passed a new constitution, believing that we have got new rights embedded that people have fought for, believing people had died for. And we were very proud of that new constitution. And our prayer come the 2013 election was that there will be an ushering in of a new government that would ensure that the inalienable rights of that new constitution were going to be adhered to. And that the government that was coming into place in 2013 was going to be a government that was pro-reform to that constitution. It is evident to all of us today that this is a government that decided at the beginning it is going to claw back what we envisaged as the gains of the 2010 Constitution. We saw an attempt by this government to regularize and manage NGOs under a new PBO Act. That fight climaxed in 2017 when we saw, after the general election and the debacle of that general election, certain NGOs and their offices being vandalized by KRA and the police. Oppression of the alternate voice. We saw as an excuse for terrorism that the government had failed to manage. Draconian laws brought to our parliament to subject us to the previous Public Order Act that was very vicious in nature on our human rights. And that caused a lot of fights. Some of those laws were implemented, clawing back the reforms and the reform nature of the 2010 Constitution. They didn't stop there. They went on. Not only did the Supreme Court announce them as having participated in illegalities and irregularities, they literally pronounced the regime as having done a coup on the people of Kenya in 2017.
Na mtazamaji, hao ni baadhi ya wanasiasa ambao waliweza kutemwa nje na IEBC. Jimi Wanjigi aliweza kunyimwa kibali hapo jana, naye Reuben Kigame anasema kwamba hajapewa hata fursa ya kuweza kufika pale kwenye tume ya IEBC. Mtazamaji, taarifa hii utaweza kuipata kwa kina kwenye taarifa zetu zijazo, lakini sasa bado tunaendelea na mjadala wetu kuhusu usalama wa chakula.